A tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster. A reckoning, you wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you break your back to make me feel again.
What is going on, everybody? I'm gonna let Donnie do the intro, man. Ooh, we're alive.
We're live. What a fucking dynamite it was this evening, man.
It was incredible, but there's some pros and there's some cons. And of course, here on the We Are Wrestling channel, we are going to cover it all from the start to the finish of this AEW Dynamite episode. But what is going on? We are wrestling maniacs out there worldwide. I'm the host, the best one, Donnie, here with.
What is going on, everybody? Danny here, man. Danny Huckins, Donnie's co-host for the We Are Wrestling Talk Show. One of them, 1/3 of his co-hosts, man. Ben doesn't really affiliate himself with the AEW talk that often. So me and Donnie here every Wednesday night after Dynamite talking about the show, man. And what a fucking show it was.
Oh, yeah, we got lots to cover with this show. It's going to be very exciting. We do these every Wednesday on the We Are Wrestling channel around 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. Around that 15-minute period, we usually go live on the channel, and we're going to be covering this entire thing. But we encourage all the We Are Wrestling maniacs out there to, interact with us live. If you're here, listening to this, let us know what you guys thought about the show. Some takes Danny and I will give you, but we are going to go from start to finish with the show. But of course, if you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere like a super kick. And of course, you already know the grind is real.
I'm hulking up, man.
That's right. So overall now with the show, what was your favorite thing? Because there's a lot of good stuff this week.
There was a lot of good stuff in the show. My favorite thing, I wasn't aware it was gonna be my favorite thing until it actually happened. But bro, that fucking main event, man. Like, how can you not enjoy that? Like, that was just two dudes. They had a score to settle. They beat the holy hell out of each other for an opportunity at this one thing they both want and they both strive their entire career to get. Bro, that main event was like WrestleMania worthy. If I were to say so myself.
It's so strange that Kyle O'Reilly is so talented with both tag team wrestling and singles wrestling. I think it's really he's so underrated.
And I don't know
with how talented he is.
I don't know if you felt the same way, but I wasn't going into the show, right? Because, obviously him and Bobby Fish, they were in the Battle Royal at the beginning of the show. I wasn't sure how he was going to be able to compete with Moxley, seeing as Kyle O'Reilly, he was banged up from earlier. Moxley, he was fresh. He hadn't had a match except for the main event. So I was wondering how he was gonna deal with it. But bro, Kyle O'Reilly, the first 5 minutes, he shut me the hell up. I will say that.
Here's the thing I will say. Usually with battle royals and Royal Rumbles, you always know who's going to win. It's very predictable. And in this situation, the last person I thought that was going to win this I did not think Kyle O'Reilly was going to end up winning this. And he actually did, which really, shocked me. I was actually I thought that they were going to give Wheeler Yuta the win. And then they were going to have, two guys from Blackpool Combat Club battle it out.
I'll be right back. Vicky's knocking at the door. Take over.
All right. I will take over, absolutely. So, one of my biggest criticisms, though, for this show has got to be the ranking system. I feel like in this episode, with the bookings and stuff, Tony Khan, I really think, did not give a shit whatsoever. Going into AEW, if you were a day one AEW fan, like myself, they really implemented that this ranking system was going to be something important, something special. But I think that in this episode throughout, it really showed that it didn't mean shit. Wardlow in his promo buried the hell out of the interim championship. The Hardys only had 2 tag team matches together, and now they're going for the tag team titles.
Yep.
Marina Shafir, she's going for the freaking women's championship after 8 matches. This ranking system, that's my only criticism with this whole thing. I think in this episode they really exposed that the ranking system does not mean shit.
But I will say, I don't know if you,
Pissed me off.
I don't know if you heard it, but Thunder Rosa was, she was very frustrated about, the amount of TV time or whatever that she was getting.
Yeah.
And, she wanted to have an open challenge, and I don't mind that. If Thunder
No,
Rosa,
I don't mind that, but Marina Shafir, they talk about this ranking system for the women's championship. Why couldn't they put Thunder Rosa maybe in like a tag team match or something? They could have definitely done something else.
Because I feel like a tag team match would have took
non-title match maybe.
I feel like a tag team match, it would have took more time than they wanted to give, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But here's the thing, like with Marina Shafir, like what makes her get a shot for the women's world championship?
Thunder Rosa wanted to defend her title, and instead of having a rematch of somebody that is contender worthy, that has already had a shot.
Look, I totally understand where you're coming from, but with AEW, they have always pushed this ranking system.
Yeah.
And even the AEW fans out there will agree with what I'm saying here. I go on wrestling Twitter all the time, and whenever they put the rankings every week, everybody's like, so how the hell is Jeff Hardy number 3 when he's only wrestled like 5 matches? Yeah. But then this guy on Dark wrestled like 30 matches.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from.
Well, like I just think overall with the show, it just kind of exposed the ranking system because like Wardlow pretty much buried the interim championship in his promo. Also, Thunder Rosa going against Marina Shafir when she's only had, I think, 8 wins this year. That didn't make sense. Also, the Hardys now are going for the tag team titles when they've only wrestled 2 tag matches. The record 2-0.
Yeah, but
that's my only criticism for the show.
You want to hear what I have to say about that tag match next week?
It's going to be a banger, but
I feel
useless.
like it's going to be a banger. They put it on it because this isn't just an ordinary Dynamite that's going to be next week. So next week I have a feeling it's going to go crazy. But I have a strong feeling that Jurassic Express are going to come out the champions again.
I just hope it's not the Hardys. It's way too soon for the Hardys. I kind of hope it's
not the Young Bucks either, because they've been champions before or whatever, but they haven't done much over the last year.
Wouldn't make sense. And I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm actually going for Jurassic Express because it only makes sense.
It's the only thing that makes sense, man.
Seriously, and that's a hot take right there.
Hot take. It's on the frying pan. It's on the skillet.
Any We Are Wrestling Maniacs comment?
No, not yet, man.
All right. Well, keep interacting with us, whoever's, tuning in live. But we're going to start this off, of course, with the opening match. AEW loves to always start off the show with a banger. And what better way to start off this week's episode of AEW Dynamite than having the AEW Battle Royal? Well, the Casino Battle Royal, because they do, the cards, and then they have the Joker at the end.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts on this?
I liked it. There was a couple people in the match who I thought was gonna win. Wheeler Yuta was definitely at the top of that list. Once he came out, I was like, bro, we're gonna get Moxie and Wheeler again, and that would have been a banger of a match. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, with everything that's going on this show, the show's only 2 hours. And I don't know how the rest of the show is going to be constructed. I'm kind of glad that didn't happen because I feel like with Wheeler Yuta and Mox, that would have to at least be like a half-hour match, at least. Same thing with Eddie Kingston. I didn't think Eddie Kingston was, going to get eliminated like the way he did.
That is very true. You do make a good point there.
Yeah.
My thoughts on this Battle Royal, I enjoyed it. I really like the theme here that they do. It's not a Royal Rumble. It's not a typical Battle Royal.
Yep.
I've been a fan of this whole Casino Battle Royal thing, and I think it's a good way that they didn't put this on Double or Nothing like they usually do because, of course, it was a very long show. So having a Battle Royal, I think, would have made it even longer. I like how they actually did have this, wasn't like later than usual because we're only like I think 2 weeks out of Double or Nothing.
Yep.
So I think having this battle royal, it made sense. And I did like Andrade being the Joker. I think that was good, and he actually looked really good in this match. It seems like he has a little bit more momentum than he's like had in a while, which is pretty good.
That depresses me because since he's back, that means Charlotte Flair is going to be coming back, and that is never fucking good.
Well, you never know, though, because Charlotte Flair could be taking more time. Because you have to realize Andrade's schedule is a lot more open. And Charlotte's, she probably requested at least 3 months off. Had to.
Probably.
Because WWE, you have to realize they have, all these shows, televised shows, and then they have live events and, media and all that stuff. I think she's definitely taking a longer break than Andrade.
Yeah. I would have chosen somebody else to be the Joker, though. I don't necessarily think that Andrade fit the bill, especially like the way he's been booked with the Andrade family office and just not really doing much on the show.
I will say I like how it's not a debut.
I would have picked Miro, to be honest with you.
Ooh, yo, I can't wait to get into. I can't wait.
But I would have picked Miro. I think like. I mean, he was a killer TNT champion. I think it's time that he goes up the ladder and, fights for the big title, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. What I think definitely, I will say this. This whole interim championship thing is fucking stupid and it's pointless.
Yeah,
I want to put that out there.
I agree.
I do not understand Tony Khan's mindset with this whole interim championship.
Yep.
This, I really don't understand it whatsoever. If your world champion cannot wrestle, like, have them vacate the title.
Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to. Like, like a UFC wrestler, a UFC fighter, for example. Like, if Conor McGregor, let's say, he's the friggin' UFC champ, and he broke his ankle, and he can't defend the title, what? UFC is going to give an interim championship? No. You give up the championship because you making an interim championship makes the championship so less prestigious.
Yep. We got Jack Howard in the chat. What's going on, Jack? Welcome to the show, man.
What is going on, Jack? I hope you enjoy the show.
Absolutely, man.
But I will say, like, this whole interim championship thing is so stupid. I really don't understand. They did this with the TNT title, and look where it got. Look where it got us with the TNT title. It's been flipping back and forth like a fucking pancake.
Bro, I went on during my watch along. I went on a whole rant. I don't know. I know you were in the chat.
I did tune into that rant. That's the only thing I tuned into. We'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into it because I have a lot to say, and I'm sure you have a lot to say about it.
And all I know is towards the end of this battle royal, I saw so much potential with a Yuta versus O'Reilly match. Yeah. That would be such a good match.
Bro, what about Swerve Scott fucking eliminating Keith Lee out of nowhere, man?
Yes, so now that's my question to you. Do you think that this is going to lead to something bigger?
I really enjoy them as a tag team, man. I hope it doesn't, steer them away from actually being a team, and I don't know.
Yeah, but they do this all the time in battle royals where, like, somebody that's close to you, they throw them out and then they laugh about it. So I don't know. I think that it's not going to escalate into anything.
You could tell how pissed Keith Lee was, though. He was like, really, motherfucker? We were just about to fucking win the tag titles and you fucking eliminate me? Like, no.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That would have been a good match, Keith Lee versus Moxley. But I agree with what you said earlier, though. Like, why they probably went with Kyle O'Reilly, because they knew it was going to be a banger and that it could be a 10 to 15 minute match.
Exactly, man.
So now, what were your thoughts on Jon Moxley's promo after Kyle O'Reilly won the Battle Royal?
Aggression, man. That's really all I can say. Anytime Mox is cutting a promo, it's one of those to where you have to, like, gaze at the TV because you have no idea what direction he's going to go. 1 minute he can be like, I respect this man. And then the next I want to, bust this dude open. Like, you never know what.
Oh, and then there's a third one too. I ain't doing that sports entertainment crap.
Yep. Bro, I love Regal on commentary, man. We'll get into that.
Oh, I love it so much.
Men in the Mask, how are you doing? Bro, it's hysterical.
Men in the Mask, how are you doing?
Bro, it's fucking hysterical. And then, oh my God, there's so much that I could talk about that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. Especially
John Moxley's promo, I love how, like, whenever he cuts a promo, it's like, he really has you pay attention to it.
Yeah.
Because this week, obviously, my computer right now is having some issues, so I watched the AEW Dynamite with my girlfriend. We watched it, in our room, and she was even watching the show with me, and she even had, like, her attention on the TV when Mox, cut that promo. And that's something that a lot of people, like, that's when you're good at cutting promos, is when, like, you have that viewer to where, like, you are paying a close attention.
Oh, I couldn't agree.
Because you never know what Mox is going to say.
Exactly. And, like, I feel like Mox adds legitimacy to pro wrestling that you wouldn't get otherwise. Like, guys like him, guys like Kingston, like, just like the whole, like, it's scripted entertainment. It's to an extent, it's not real. But they legitimize it with, like, their aggression and their tone and what they're saying.
And that's the thing I like about AEW, and I, like, want them to continue going more in that direction than the sports entertainment stuff, because that's what makes this product stand out.
Exactly, man. I couldn't agree more. It was just AEW. I do legitimately feel like every week, like, even though there is some criticism, every week it just gets better and better.
The pros outweigh the cons.
There's always stuff on this show and in this program that you enjoy.
And like, to be honest, like, you can't say otherwise on the other program.
Exactly.
Like, the pros outweigh the cons by a lot.
Exactly.
But I'm just doing my job, I gotta, like, if I'm gonna call WWE out on the bullshit, I gotta call AEW out.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That is right. But now, let me get into my favorite thing this week on AEW Dynamite. The AEW All-Atlantic Championship reveal.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Yeah.
I am fucking excited. This is exactly what I have been waiting for. We need more championships in AEW. I know you kind of disagree with that, but having a European-style championship, I love it. Fucking love it.
I talked about this a little bit on my watch along earlier tonight. I kind of consider this to be sort of like what the United States Championship used to be to WWE is what this championship is to AEW.
European title.
Yeah, and the TNT title is kind of what the Intercontinental Championship was to WWE. So I really enjoy it, bro. The match between Buddy Matthews and fucking Pac. Holy
I can't wait to get into that one. I can't wait.
Are you fucking kidding me?
But let me just say this. The thing that I like the most about this All-Atlantic Championship that really is, like, as a viewer, really, like, just really interesting me is the tournament. Yeah. I love how every single person in this tournament, they're all across the world. There's no U.S. wrestlers in this tournament, which I really like.
Bro, I like that too. And
that by itself, international wrestlers, that's what's going to make this championship stand out. And in AEW, they have wrestlers from all over the world. So this right here, I love it.
I feel like it's adding a little bit more legitimacy to AEW as well.
Yes,
WWE,
exactly.
WWE has always been considered the international product, and now AEW is, closely behind.
But this is perfect because they have a show with New Japan coming up at the end of the month, the Forbidden Door. Great way to, crown your first champion with this New Japan, the Forbidden Door stuff. I absolutely love this, and I think that this is a perfect mid-card championship for AEW. I love this because now guys like Pac, guys like Buddy friggin' Matthews, guys like Miro, Pac, they all have now another championship that they can focus on because now it's going to bring more legitimacy to these talent, talented guys that maybe aren't getting the opportunities because you only have the TNT title and the world title with a stacked roster. Even Andrade, I can see Andrade winning this championship.
And I had no idea AEW was the #1 wrestling organization in Great Britain. I had no idea. I didn't know how.
Great Britain, they don't like that sports entertainment shit.
I didn't know how. I know that, but I didn't know how popular AEW was outside of the US because
they need to get to the UK. I can't wait for those shows. That's going to be must watch.
Remember when Raw and the WWE, like at least once or twice a year, WWE, they would have like Raw and SmackDown in the UK, and then they did one in like Japan or something back in like 05, 06,
Oh my
07.
God, I remember those, and like the crowds were so lit.
Yep. John Davis, Kyle O'Reilly is a D-tier wrestler on the grand scheme of things. Him even getting a title shot devalues the title. That is brand new and needs credibility, not affordable to lose credibility.
Okay, that's a very hot take. I actually definitely want to discuss a little bit about that. So my thoughts on the comment that you made, I think that you are right when it comes to, not making the championship legitimized. I really think with this interim championship thing, it's pointless. It's stupid. It's a waste of time. I think Kyle O'Reilly, I get it because, this whole ranking system. This is my criticism with this week's show.
Yep.
That's the issue I have. It doesn't make sense that, yes, he won a battle royal, but usually AEW, they talk about how the ranking system matters, but how does it matter when Mox is fighting Kyle O'Reilly?
Yeah. But I mean, regardless of what people say, man, that was a banger of a fucking match, and there's nobody that could tell me otherwise.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But we're talking about the World Championship, and I get where he's coming from with that comment.
Danielson's injured. John Davis, the guy that posted the Kyle O'Reilly comment, he said Danielson.
Yeah, unfortunately, Bryan Danielson's injured.
Yeah, he's gonna be out for a little while.
He got hurt in the Anarchy match. That injury bug is not good right now.
Bro, everybody's fucking injured, man. But the thing is, AEW has such a stacked roster that now hopefully more performers who weren't getting an opportunity then
will step up.
They're getting,
just like this tournament, because we're going to get into this match. This was my favorite match of the night. Pac versus Buddy Matthews. The first round of the AEW All-Atlantic Championship. I'm trying to get that processed in my head.
I know, it's a brand new
because I'm so excited about it.
Bro, I can't remember. Did they announce who else is going to be in the tournament? Or
yes, they had a tournament bracket. So I believe next week Ethan Page wrestles Miro.
Yeah, I know.
I know Pentagon's wrestling somebody, and I know some New Japan guys as well.
Bro, that Ethan Page and Miro match is going to be fucking lit.
I know, man. It's going to be. I thought that this match was so good. Yeah. And this is what WWE 205 Live could have been. Because these two were top guys in 205 Live. And it's crazy that they put on such a classic.
Pac was the Cruiserweight champion for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah. And wasn't Buddy Matthews also a champion at one point?
Yeah, he beat Tony Nese, ironically.
But that's how you know that these two are so good. They got the fight forever chant.
Yeah, man. They Buddy Matthews beat Tony Nese and won the Cruiserweight Championship on the pre-show of WrestleMania a couple years ago. It's the match I always bring up, man. It's a banger. Make sure you guys check it out.
Yeah, so with Pac winning this tournament, how do you feel? Would you have picked Buddy Matthews or would you have picked Pac?
Here's what I'm going to say. And this, I don't know if you'll consider this a hot take, but I would have definitely stayed with the choice that won.
Me too. I agree.
I feel like Buddy Matthews, he's good. And he will win a lot of championships, I feel like, before his career is over. But
Trios.
I have a feeling he is too wrapped up into the House of Black thing and what they're doing. Like Pac, like yeah, he's with that triangle, but he also wrestles by himself. He also, does stuff by himself. Buddy Matthews is the complete opposite, in my own opinion.
I will say this. I really hope that this All-Atlantic Championship, they actually keep it international. Like guys outside the U.S. I think that would, make this championship very prestigious.
Imagine if fucking Will Ospreay won it.
Yeah, I know, but he's never leaving New Japan.
I know.
But you never know, though. With their relationship, he could actually win it at some point.
He may
saying.
like AEW schedule, man.
Yeah, but he's very committed to New Japan. Their schedule over there is actually not as bad either.
Yeah,
but I will say this, and this might be a hot take.
Okay.
I actually am rooting for Pac to win this championship. I would not mind him actually being the first All-Atlantic champion.
I wouldn't either. And
he's been with AEW since day one. He hasn't really got that full opportunity yet to really show what he can do.
Yep.
And we've seen what he did with the Cruiserweight Championship or with the 205 era. He made it very prestigious. I think I would be very happy if he won. But I feel like it's going to be Miro. I
have a feeling too, because Miro, like, he was TNT champion for a long time. And I feel like he left with unfinished business.
But as the first champion, I really hope they go with Pac. I really do.
Bro, imagine Pac as the Mid-Atlantic champion and the Lucha Brothers. Imagine if they were able to some way retain or, regain the tag team titles.
Yeah, that would be insane.
That'd be fucking nuts, man.
And I'm very happy that Ethan Page is actually getting an opportunity now.
Yeah, Ethan Page, like, I told you this a couple months ago before we actually started doing these weekly reviews or whatever. I like Ethan Page. I like Scorpio Sky. Dan Lambert I could definitely do without, but he adds something to their character that I don't think they would have otherwise.
Yeah.
But for a while there, I wasn't crazy. I wasn't sold on them because every week, dude, they'd be in the fucking crowd just talking shit. I wouldn't see any action. I would just see talk. So I didn't know like what to expect from them. But over the last couple of weeks, they've like, especially Scorpio Sky, won the TNT title, had some bangers with Sammy Guevara. Like, he's showed me that dude can fucking go.
Definitely. I really hope though Pac does win this tournament.
Definitely. I think that's the direction that they're gonna go. Pac definitely, like, I said this before, man. I said this during the Battle Royal, actually, because I was like, I said that, if I was a betting man, all my money would go on Wheeler Yuta to win. Because I swear, his first night back on AEW, I thought that's the direction they were going to go. Turns out I was fucking wrong. So, if you're gambling or betting on horses, never ask for my opinion because I'll lose your money.
For real.
But if I were to say
you suck at predictions.
Oh, I suck hard, man. I'm like fucking like Jenna Jameson, that fucking Playboy bunny. That's how much.
Oh, we know you suck hard.
You're making this a little.
You did that to yourself. You did that to yourself.
I suck at predictions, bitch. Okay, there's a fucking difference.
Very true. So now let's get into Eddie Kingston's little backstage promo.
Again, adding legitimacy to what is actually going on. He's pissed off at Jake for, eliminating him and costing him a world championship match. He was talking about Garcia because the minute he got into the Battle Royal, the minute he entered the ring, man, he got in and started nailing on Garcia, and then Jake Hager came into the match, and it's
the little things.
That's how we ended up getting eliminated. So I think we get in Garcia and Kingston on Friday on Rampage, and he was being counted down by the producer of the segment, man. And again, he was like, everybody's so mean backstage. They're like, hey, you're not gonna tell me what to do, man. You better back up, because I'm gonna whip your ass.
My thoughts on this whole thing, I thought it was hilarious. I was just laughing throughout the entire thing.
You know what?
It was funny.
You know what that kind of reminded me of? Them doing that backstage? Remember when, whenever like The Rock back in the day would get interviewed or whatever, and he would like push shirts over like Michael Cole's face and shit like that, and Jonathan
or
Coachman?
Coachman.
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of, man. Tell me it didn't, and I'll call you a fucking liar.
No, really, it did, definitely. So now, moving forward to our next segment on the show this week, Trent Beretta cuts a promo.
Uh,
Can I give my opinion here real quick?
I'm gonna let you speak wholeheartedly in this opinion
Because I'm sure you're definitely gonna agree with me on this one.
Give me your 2 cents, my guy.
So, when he cut his promo, I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to film my reaction because you already know, how I feel about the whole Trent Beretta thing.
I was hoping
I think
his
he's
mom was gonna come down with a cane. Maybe your minivan was gonna be behind him.
I think Trent is so gifted and talented.
Yep.
But like this whole Rapogi Vice and best friends thing, it's not making any sense to me whatsoever. It's like, what is Trent doing? Is he a part of Best Friends, or is he a part of this Rapogi Vice thing that he had back in the day?
Yeah.
And for me, it doesn't make any sense with the whole thing, and I've been criticizing them for this for a while, but I will say, thank you, Will Ospreay, for saving this segment. Thank you.
Will Ospreay came out, man, with his boys, and they put a beat.
The only one besides Will Ospreay that would have saved this segment would be Trent's mom, Sue.
Imagine she fucking starts driving her minivan down the ramp, honking her horn, and then just
imagine she came out to some like Kid Rock American Badass shit in her in the Soccer Mom van and ran over this entire United Empire. But okay, here's what I gotta say. Here's what I gotta say now with this United Empire thing. This is how you introduce guys to us. What they did, last week or the week before with Cobbs and the other dude, I can't even remember.
Yeah.
That was pointless. This here made them look legitimate, badasses. And I think, Ospreay actually leading this, like, now it makes sense. As a viewer, it makes me want to now tune in and see what this United Empire is all about.
Yeah.
So I will say, Will Ospreay, like, he definitely brought light to this whole United Empire thing, because what they did with Cobbs and the other guy last week, I was just blah.
Now, I've seen clips of Will Ospreay.
Now I'm like, ooh.
I've never seen a full Ospreay match because I'm not like, I say this a lot, and I don't shy away from it. I've never really watched New Japan Pro Wrestling. I don't know who's over there. I don't know what they're doing. I don't even know what the fucking Tokyo Dome looks like.
I was very fortunate enough. I actually got to watch Will Ospreay wrestle live against Rocky Romero. He's the other half of Rapogi Vice at a Northeast Wrestling show. And wow, Will Ospreay, he's one of the nicest guys I've met. Such a cool dude.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. And for the first time in its history, I think, you're actually going to be watching Rampage on Friday. And that's going to be fucking nuts.
I watched it for a while.
I wish Rampage would be live, man. There's nothing like that live atmosphere.
I agree.
And even if it's in the same city, the same, like having it the night after Dynamite, Thursdays 8 to 10, 2 hours in the same city, same arena, whatever, like, so they don't have to fucking travel and do all that. That's what they need to do.
I will say, I am very tempted on Thursday, speaking of Thursdays, and I might end up being a meme for saying this, but I'm very tempted when Impact Wrestling has Slammiversary. I'm actually kind of tempted in watching it and actually giving Impact a chance. Just because no one really covers it, no one really talks about it that much.
Impact has one of the greatest pro wrestling rosters out now.
Access TV! We don't have access to it!
Yeah. By the way,
that's the problem.
By the way, before we continue, man, I feel like we should mention it, not to harbor on it too much or whatever. But the channel just got monetized, man. I turned on the super chats before we went live this evening. So if anybody wants to chime in, there's something very important they want covered like tonight, feel free to send in the super chat. All ads are on videos, man. So we appreciate all the support we get, man. I just wanted to mention it, everybody does in the YouTube space. So I felt like,
Yeah, absolutely. And just so all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs know out there, we're not asking, for money or anything. You guys just watching our videos and, listening to our talk show, that's what, means the most to us.
exactly, man.
Because we really appreciate all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs for, letting us do this. Talk about our favorite thing.
If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't
pro wrestling.
We wouldn't have been able to get the channel monetized, man. So
absolutely. So now, moving forward to our next match, we had a AEW versus New Japan match. Adam Hangman Page versus David Finlay, Finlay's son.
Yeah. I have mixed opinions on this match. I will say, Hangman Adam Page is over as fuck.
Yes.
Everybody in that arena, man. Everybody in Kansas City was going absolutely crazy. I'm not quite sold on David Finlay though. I just maybe tonight he was having an off night, but he didn't do anything that really caught my eye, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that's kind of the same feeling I got. I know he's a better tag team wrestler. He's had a great tag team before with Juice.
Yep.
Juice Robinson.
Storm's, other half.
Yes. I agree. Like, it didn't really catch my eye. I will say this was just a solid match. It was good. I think, having Adam Cole on commentary, though, was smart to, build the feud up a little bit more because we know they both have a lot of history with each other that goes way back, which I do like.
I know Adam is injured. Does anybody know?
Which one, Cole or Page?
Cole. Apparently, he got injured at Double or Nothing, and I haven't heard anything about it other than he's injured, and that's why he's not wrestling.
I don't know, man.
If anybody knows, man, let me know, cause I'm the curious. Have you ever heard the term "curiosity's killing the cat"?
Yeah.
Well, my curiosity is about to fucking get killed because I don't know. I want to know, man. Did he hurt his
legs? You want to know what I want to know?
Did he hurt his nuts? Did he hurt his fucking teeth? Did he hurt his pegged leg? Did he hurt his toe? Did he stub his shit walking to the fucking... I need to know, man. It's important.
No, you know what I want to know?
What?
What the fuck? No MJF mentions whatsoever.
Bro, I know. And apparently...
Nothing.
Apparently there's an edict from Warner Brothers, and they're trying to get all mentions of MJF off of AEW television.
So if they're going to do that, they better free him and let the man go to WWE already, because I am having MJF withdrawals right now.
I heard from Sean Ross Sapp, because he went live today and did like an update episode.
He wants to do some Hollywood stuff.
Yep, he stayed in LA an extra day. He did not travel with AEW. He did not go to Rampage last week, but he did have some meetings and he wants to do some Hollywood stuff. So maybe he doesn't directly. I mean, if he has a film project or a couple of film projects, I don't think he would sign with WWE right away anyway.
I'm just saying, Warner Brothers, they're fucking idiots. They're idiots if they're just going to let MJF ride the sunset.
This is what happens when you let studios get involved in what you're trying to do. I understand.
They're about to miss out on the guy that literally can take AEW to that next level.
Yeah.
And it hurts me so bad.
Same thing with fucking don't say that, it's only AEW. WWE and Fox and USA are doing the same shit. Because USA and Fox, they want exclusivity. They do not want a brand split. They do not want a lot of this stuff. That's why WWE's ending the brand split, but they're not ending the brand split. They're allowing, if it makes sense, they're allowing SmackDown people to go to Raw and Raw people to go to SmackDown. The whole Riddle and RK Bro thing. But this is what happens when you allow studios that are, yes, they're putting your TV show out there. They're giving you money or whatever. But I feel like, especially when it's a pro wrestling show, you gotta let the pro wrestling company do the pro wrestling part of it.
Like, this is giving them a lot of attention. Like, the viewership went way up when MJF, went on his rant.
So last
It's
week,
crazy. The most talked about thing.
Last week, Dynamite got an overall rating of 967,000 views. Do you think they go over 1 million this week?
No.
I mean, they've been going up every week the last 4 weeks or so.
No, I don't think they're gonna get to 1 million just yet.
I think they will, because everybody's gonna want to tune in to see what happens after last week.
Yeah, but with all the reports and everything like that, I think we all know MJF ain't coming back.
I don't know,
it's
man.
sad. Makes me sad. But we'll get back into the show now. So, Hangman wins, and, he cuts a promo calling out Okada.
Yep.
And then, Adam Cole, goes on a rant because he wants a piece of Okada too.
And apparently Okada is going to be facing Jay White, and Okada might not be the champion after the match with Jay White. Bro, when it comes to New Japan knowledge, I don't have a lot of knowledge about it. I don't know what championship they're facing for. I don't know when this match is happening. I think it's happening at Forbidden Door, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, so I think the Jay White match is happening before Forbidden Door, because I think what's going to happen is whoever is the IWGP champion is going to go against either Hangman or Adam Cole.
William Barrett in the chat. I believe you're new, buddy. I don't think I've ever seen you in the chat before.
William Barrett.
Welcome, man. He said, I hope it's not a work, but I don't know if Vince will want that type of talent for his company because of what MJF does. I feel like it's going to be hard to maintain that star power with it being PG. My thoughts exactly, and I've been trying to drill this in years in Ben's head for fucking months.
Nope, because here's the thing. MJF is a go, and I know for a fact that any situation MJF is put in, he is going to adjust, and he is going to still be the star that he is.
I know.
Because he's better than you, and you know it.
I do know. And this is me. This is not me being, I like AEW better than WWE. The whole reason I like MJF is because of what he says, his promos he cuts, his authenticity. I like the fact that he's not PG. I can tell you 100% that, call me a fake fan or not, I don't know if I'll enjoy him in WWE. I really highly doubt I will.
Here's the thing. AEW clearly, with this whole Warner Brothers thing, they don't want MJF. I really, at this point, think that this is all real. And here's why I think it's all real.
You were just saying it was a work.
Yeah, I thought it was a work when he was cutting the promo, because I didn't think that they're actually going to allow the man to go on TV and do that. But now, after with all this Warner Brother thing, it's got to be real at this point. Because freaking, I went on Facebook. I did my stalking on Facebook.
You went on Fuckbook?
That's right, I did. And what happened was, I saw a Facebook post from Max's dad, Steve.
Oh my God, this man's a stalker.
I want the scoop so I can let the We Are Wrestling Maniacs in the loop.
You should, if you're going to get the scoop, you should at least be making money off this shit. Jesus Christ.
Super chat for the
yeah, send us. We just got monetized, man. Send the super chat. Much appreciated.
Hold on, I'm gonna find it.
Who wants to be the first person to super chat us? We literally just were able to turn them on this evening before we went live.
Okay, here it is now.
Right.
So here's what he said on May 31st. He said, Max has gone through a lot of bullshit these last couple of weeks, but he's a gamer, and I'm so proud of him for putting his anger aside, putting his hard hat on, and going to work. I love you, dude. And this is on a Facebook page. Like, he's, posting, like, to MJF on a private page. I think this is real. And if it's a work, they got me.
Bro, if this is the work, man, fucking MJF and Tony Khan are fucking geniuses. And there's nothing.
But I'm sorry, but if MJF is not going to be able to perform in AEW, they need to free this man and let him go to WWE.
Yeah, but
because I want to see MJF.
Last Monday, man, him and Tony Khan had a private meeting, and nobody knows what the fuck was said. Like,
and I hope we find out soon.
TK and fucking MJF could have been probably like, hey man, we're gonna come to an agreement, this and that. Do you really want to like turn this into a storyline and fucking work everybody?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. My mind is fucking baffled right now.
It is. I'm just saying, if MJF can't wrestle with AEW because of Warner Brothers, they better let him go of his contract and let him go to WWE. Because I want to see MJF. Yeah. But before you go to WWE, MJF, like, do a meet and greet near me so I can meet you one final time and you can, call me a dickhead.
This man wanna. Oh man, you're so lucky I don't have the fucking queued up. Next week, I'm gonna have it queued up in my OBS and start next week. Every time we mention every time we mention MJF, I'm gonna have it play the clip of him writing "dick" on your picture.
Okay, moving forward now to the next segment that happened. We had a Thunder Rosa backstage segment. Marina Shafir, interrupted her. What was your thoughts on that? Do you want me to keep this as short as possible?
I suppose.
I already know you probably feel this way. Meh. Unless you enjoyed it.
I didn't mind it. It set up the match or whatever.
Meh.
I feel like Thunder Rosa. I like Thunder Rosa. I think she's great.
Danny, I get it. You're in the honeymoon stage, all right? You need to get out of it for a second.
No, but what I'm saying is,
what has Marina done to deserve a championship match?
I wasn't even talking about Marina. I was talking about Thunder Rosa, you fucking stooge.
You can continue.
I was saying I like Thunder Rosa, but for whatever reason, she's not grabbing me like CM Punk or like any of the main champions. She doesn't have like the aggression that I feel like a champion needs, especially in AEW.
What do you mean? Her last few promos a couple weeks ago, she had a lot of aggression.
Yeah, but where was that aggression tonight?
She didn't need it.
I'm opening it up in challenge. I
don't know. I don't know. I just thought the whole...
This is why we go live, man. Anything can fucking happen.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole thing for me was meh. I think if you are going for a world championship, they talk about how the ranking system matters. They post a freaking graphic every freaking week of this whole ranking system, and it makes zero sense whatsoever.
I will say, I like this match a lot more than, if she were to face somebody like Britt Baker or whatever, and I feel
it should have been non-title.
I legitimately feel, I guess, but I think that was one of Thunder Rosa's gripes, was not being featured enough and not having the title on the line.
And I respect that opinion though, because she is the women's world champion.
But I will say, man, fast forwarding away from the backstage stuff to the actual match, what happened after the match is setting up something awesome.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely get into that. But now let's get into the next thing here, because they took quite a while on segments and promos this week. Wardlow cuts a promo. What was your thoughts on his promo?
Bro, it's Wardlow's world, man. This motherfucker is so over. He said,
since they couldn't do MJF right, they better do him right.
He requested that he didn't want to be in the Battle Royal because he doesn't want to be the interim champion, which he's got the right idea. He wants to be if he goes for the championship, he wants to be able to face CM Punk, who is the legitimate champion.
I just want to say thank you, Wardlow. Thank you for burying this stupid interim championship. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that a lot. And the thing I loved about this promo was he made his point clear. And it was a legitimate reason why he wasn't in the Battle Royal.
Yep.
Because you would think, wouldn't Wardlow be in the Battle Royal? But it made sense why he didn't want to be, because CM Punk is the actual champion. That's who he would want to wrestle. He almost beat him last time if it wasn't for MJF.
Then I feel like it would have been a safe guess. If he would have been in the Battle Royal, he would have won the entire fucking thing.
And then he calls out Scorpio Sky. I love it.
I could see him. I could see him
be the next champion.
I could see him being the TNT champion. Absolutely.
And that's finally when the TNT championship is going to be prestigious again.
Exactly, man. Wardlow's gonna make it legitimate, because I feel like, being, one week Scorpio Sky's the champion, the next Sammy Guevara's the champion, and then he's
pancake or patty cake. They playing patty cake with it.
He loses it again to fucking Scorpio Sky. But the thing I said is, I don't want this to be a squash match. If they're legitimately gonna have a match for the TNT title, one, it needs to be on Dynamite. Two, it needs to go at least 20-30 minutes. I feel like they'd have a solid 20-30 minute match, and
20 minutes definitely.
Regardless if Scorpio Sky loses, I feel like he'll be able to showcase what he's capable of, and it'll be a win-win for him, because it'll be able to elevate him to new heights. You know what I mean?
Yes, I agree. And then, of course, afterwards, Smart Mark, cuts a promo, says you got two options, courtroom or 20-on-1 match. And we know Wardlow, he went with the 20-on-1 match, which I can't wait to watch him powerbomb 20 security guards next week.
Our review next week, man. Make sure you guys tune in.
Road Rager!
Next week, man. Make sure you guys
10:15, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. We are wrestling every Wednesday after Dynamite.
It's going to be lit, man. We're going to have to go over the card before we get out of here tonight.
Definitely.
But yeah, man, this Wardlow against 20 security guards, some destruction is going to happen, man.
Wardlow's World. I love it. Powerbomb Symphony. I love it. Wardlow, I'm telling you, they did MJF so wrong. This is like the way they could fix it. Because Wardlow is a future world champion. Hands down.
William Barrett said, Wardlow passed his WWE tryout with flying colors. WWE did not sign him because he had to make a name for himself. It's looking like Wardlow could be a steal for WWE if something did happen in AEW. Absolutely.
I'll tell you right now, if Wardlow goes to WWE, he's going to be a world champion.
Why could you imagine Wardlow and MJF fucking having a match at WrestleMania?
I could see it happening.
Bro, WWE they're fucking clueless when it comes to talent. I'm convinced. You don't sign a guy like fucking Wardlow, are you kidding me?
But around that time, I listened to this interview from Chris Van Vliet with Wardlow, and around that time, Wardlow even admitted that, he didn't feel ready. And, everything happens for a reason, and I think Wardlow not getting that opportunity was a blessing in disguise, because around that time, he was probably good, but he wasn't where he's at now. And I think where he's at now, I think he learned and growed so much the last couple years being by MJF's side through it all, being his bodyguard. I think Wardlow really learned a lot under his wing, and also, learning from Tully Blanchard and FTR, the Pinnacle. I really think Wardlow, seriously, he developed into this star. He never, he didn't always have it. But he, learned so much valuable things that he is really using for this run he's having.
But I wouldn't necessarily say it's like just Wardlow, but when it comes to the talent, like WWE doesn't know what they 1 week they want something and then the next they want something completely different. I don't think they know what they want in main event caliber superstars.
Wardlow's committed to AEW. I do know that. He did say that in the interview.
Yeah. And
because it was their loss. They had the opportunity.
Not everybody in everybody in AEW is interested in WWE. Not everybody is fucking MJF.
Yeah. So, moving forward now, we have another fucking promo segment. This is, I think, our fourth one in a row. Nope, not yet. This one is the Young Bucks promo. Brandon Cutler, recording them. And then we saw the Hardys interrupt. And then we saw Jurassic Express interrupt. What's your thoughts on all this?
Can I just say the fact that I really enjoy whenever I see the Hardys and Christian in the same room, just knowing the history that they have with each other.
TLC.
Ladder matches.
Tables.
This segment I didn't mind.
Chairs.
One, because Tony Schiavone wasn't in it. I like Tony Schiavone a lot. But I don't think he needs to be in
I don't like when they overuse him.
I feel like they need somebody else. Because he does commentary. He doesn't need to be doing backstage interviews as well. You know what I mean? I feel like it...
Come on, he's a Jeremy Borash. He's a jack of all trades.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're going to do commentary. Get somebody else. I mean, TK can
I
hire
agree.
other people to do fucking backstage interviews and stuff like that.
I agree, but that's what makes Tony Schiavone like Tony Schiavone. Like, he did it in WCW as well.
I guess. Or at least just not do it as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I like the Jim Ross ones when he like sits in like, like the rooms and stuff.
Bro, Jim Ross, man. I will watch that man read the fucking Bible, and I'm not religious at all. But that man is just, bro, like...
I'll tell you something funny about JR. So for Christmas one year, my cousin, he loves barbecue sauce. I actually got him some Jim Ross barbecue sauce, and he loves it.
Bro, I've always wanted to try it, man.
Hey, that'd be a good video for you to do on the We Are Wrestling channel. I'll get you some barbecue sauce.
Bro.
I'm not a sauce guy, so with the JR stuff, I will let you and Ben do that.
Bro, I would fucking do that shit. Fucking make some...
Let us know.
Make some fucking ribs, some barbecue chicken, man.
Let us know if you would love a eating video from Danny.
We'll do it at your house because you have a fucking grill and it'll be awesome.
Yeah, plus if you want it to be ASMR, you can, grab the microphone and you can just chew through it.
Eat, man. Like, have you ever watched Jurassic Park and he fucking like eats the dude off the toilet? He fucking like the T-Rex shakes his fucking head and shit.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's me.
So, okay, so now my thoughts on this whole promo thing. I like how the Young Buck ones are so different with the whole Brandon Cutler thing with the camera because something always goes wrong, which I really like. I like the direction that they've gone with the Brandon Cutler character from going from this like friggin' nerd to like doing, being a stooge for the Young Bucks and, the Undisputed Elite. Yeah. I think that this ladder match 3-way, it's going to be a banger, but it's fucking pointless. It's useless, and it goes back to my biggest critique this week. This ranking system doesn't mean shit. Hardy's had 2 tag matches, they're 2-0, and now they're going for the fucking titles.
Yeah, but people want to see the Hardys, man.
And isn't Jeff dealing with injuries?
He got a concussion at Double or Nothing.
No, and then didn't he get hurt in the Darby match?
Well, yeah, he's banged up. He's not hurt from it. He's banged up, but he got a legitimate concussion during the Double or Nothing match.
He's a spot monkey. That's all he's been doing here on AEW, and it's sad because he can't be doing the stuff that he did 20 years ago.
I'm waiting for them to be in an outdoor stadium and having him just fucking like skydive into the ring.
Doing a swanton bomb off the fucking helicopter. Oh my god. I'm sorry to say.
Imagine him doing that, but with a parachute.
I get the Hardys are like the king of the ladder matches, but does Jeff really need to be in a ladder match?
No, but is he going to be? Yes.
Oh, of course. He's Jeff Hardy. He's a badass. But like, It's too soon. Why is the Hardys going for the tag belts?
I feel
They're
like
2-0. 2 tag matches they had.
I feel like
Fucking useless.
I feel like AEW are trying to legitimize Jurassic Express as the tag team champions because a lot of people I feel like are getting over them being champions. So I feel like they're trying to come up with ways to be like, look, you guys may not like it, but you gotta appreciate it because these guys bust their ass and they deserve to be champions. That's the only thing I can think of.
But it don't matter. At the end of the day, they have a ranking system. How the hell is the Hardys on the ranking system when they've only wrestled 2 tag matches?
I definitely see where you're coming from.
2!
Cuanto
That's
Cinco says. This man's gonna die of a aneurysm. He's so frustrated over the rankings.
It's annoying! Because they want to be like this combat sport. They want to make AEW this like back then, like it was awesome, like with day one, because like they like had like the tag matches when you tag somebody in, you're only are supposed to like be in the ring for like 5 seconds with your tag partner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, AEW would do 10 seconds, which was really cool. And like now, of course, it doesn't matter. They forgot all about that because they just let people do shit for like 20, 25 seconds.
William Barrett said, here's the problem with the ranking system. People with good ranks are supposedly going to get the title matches. If that's the case, then I guess MJF isn't getting no push with the 1-3 record.
Yeah, Sean Dean. Sean Dean.
That motherfucker. If anybody deserves the world championship, it's MJF, though.
Yeah, he just needs to get more wins under his belt.
Warner Brothers needs to stop being a fucking cocksucker.
Yeah, for real. They need to get their tissue.
Involved, man.
They need to get their tissues out of their asses.
What the fuck does that mean?
They got tissues in their asses. They need to get them out.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. Warner Brothers. I was just thinking of like Full House because Danny Tanner with like tissues.
Bro, you realize I'm 32, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I haven't watched that shit in over 20 years. I don't fucking remember.
I watched the reboot, Fuller House, on Netflix.
Vicky watches that shit. I
don't. I love it. But yeah, so my point with this whole thing, it was funny. Like they came into the room because they saw the door was a little cracked.
Yeah.
But this is useless. It's going to be a great match, but literally there's no point. And if the Hardys win, I'm actually going to be really pissed off. 2 tag matches.
All right, let's move on because you're going to fucking get so hot and heated.
Yeah, I'm gonna get so hot-headed that I'm not even going to be able to finish this shit. So moving forward now to Thunder Road.
Emojis.
No. All right? Even though I am going for the Celtics over the Warriors, all right? Even though they swept us. Thunder Rosa versus Marina Shafir. Can I give you my thoughts on this? Since I'm a little hot right now.
Let me guess. It's going to be blah. Nah.
Nope. No, I'm actually going to give a second to appreciate Marina Shafir. She has huge potential. Yeah. But here's the problem. She is very green when she's wrestling. The crowd is not as quiet. The crowd's not as quiet as the Omos matches.
I got him to crack, guys.
But Marina Shafir, like, the crowd, like, they're quiet, but they're not as quiet as the Green Giant himself. No. Nobody will ever come close to him.
But Undertaker said, and whatever the Undertaker says is 100% fact.
Yeah, and you see what Glenn Jacobs says?
I sent you a screenshot of it.
Yes, I know. I saw that. I saw Xbox tweet.
What the fuck, man? When I read it in Xbox voice.
I only said the Kane thing only because you said, well, that's what the Undertaker said. Well, his brother Kane has been saying some shit too.
Did you notice that for over 20 years there hasn't been any mention of Undertaker and Kane being brothers? They just sort of like kind of like the whole Edge and Christian thing. They sort of.
Oh yes, the Brothers of Destruction.
Oh my god! You should go. You should dress up as Paul Bearer for Halloween.
I will do it.
And then film a vlog and make
if the We Are Wrestling Maniacs get us to by October, if we get to 3,000 subscribers, I'll dress up as Paul fucking Bear.
Paul Bear. You heard him, ladies and gentlemen.
Paul Bear.
You gotta talk like that all day.
Oh, I will. And I'm gonna because I will, for the We Are Wrestling talk show for Halloween week, I will dress up as Paul Bear for that one. I will do it.
You gotta do the whole suit tie. You gotta fucking go to
I'll do it.
And get a fucking urn. You gotta paint your face and have the fucking raccoon look. You gotta do old school Paul Bear, man.
Oh, I will. So here's the thing. Back to Marina Shafir. The problem is with her is she's not over with the crowd, and it sucks because there's talent there, but it's like she really needs to engage more, I think, with the crowd. Like there's little things that she's not doing.
She actually looked really good tonight, to be honest with you. I was shocked because there's not much about her I know. I know she's had a couple matches on Dark.
She's great in the ring. She's great. But I'm saying like the little things, like the hard cam and like interacting with the crowd a little bit more because she is a heel. So like kind of showboat a little bit because we know that she's great in the ring. She has the MMA abilities.
I feel like her whole thing was going in there, whipping ass, and then getting the fuck out. And that pretty much showed with like at the end of the match.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's like something little that's missing. I am a fan of Marina Shafir, and I am rooting for her because I think there's lots of potential there. She could be, a big threat in the future with AEW, but I feel like there's little things that she really has to work on.
I agree.
Okay, so now Tony Storm, interferes after Marina attacks Thunder Rosa. How do you feel about this?
Bro, I feel like they're setting up something big. Because Tony Storm, first of all, she got in the ring, did a fucking drop kick to Marina Shafir to get her off to break the submission. And after they take care of Marina, Tony Storm goes down, picks up the women's title, looks at it before she I feel like they're setting something up. I could just be reading into it too much, but I feel like they're setting up something, man.
Oh, you're going to hate me on what I put on my notes.
What'd you put in your fucking notes, man?
Pointless.
I'm muting you.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my show. You're muted, bitch. No, you're unmuted. Hey,
all right, good.
You do it to me during the fucking talk show.
No, on our last episode that we recorded a couple days ago,
now I took you off screen, bitch.
I did not mean to.
Now I took you off screen, motherfucker.
Fuck you.
You want to fuck with people? I'll fuck with you.
No, here's the thing. I did not mean to mute you last time. I was supposed to mute Ben.
Yeah.
For his freaking trying to get copyright stuff on our stuff.
Copyright stuff on our stuff.
Oh, no.
Yes, guys, we're very professional.
Yes, we are. This is a live stream. Like, what do you expect at 11:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time?
Exactly. I haven't eaten since fucking this afternoon.
And I gotta work, like, in 6 hours.
That's why we do live streams, so there's no editing and it can just be posted, man.
Yeah. But here's why I said it was pointless. Because Tony Storm has just arrived in AEW not too long ago. And Yeah, she's been racking up her wins and stuff, but I feel like she needs to get more under her belt before she goes for the title.
I will agree with you on that. I don't think she should be winning any titles anytime soon, except for I don't even want to say that. I was gonna say except for the TBS title, but if I feel like the whole Jade Cargill thing is gonna be another Roman Reigns thing in the
Do
women's division.
do not ruin Jade Cargill, one of my favorites.
Remember how green she was when she first won the title, and now she's like one of the best
It-
things about the women's division, and especially now the
that's what WWE
bro
wants to happen with Omos.
didn't either I have shit fucked up. Didn't we pass the? Didn't we fucking skip over the Jade Cargill backstage segment?
No, he didn't, because that's the next thing.
Oh,
That was after the Thunder Rosa match.
I keep thinking it was earlier on in the show. What?
Can I just point something out though,
What?
too? I will say I really do like how AEW is actually, with like Pride Month. I really like how they're doing like the stories stuff with like Nyla Rose and Anthony Bowens. I really do like that. I just want to point that out. I know random, but felt like it deserved at least honorable mention. So
I
now
support it, but don't expect no rainbows on the We Are Wrestling channel. I don't think it'll fit with our what we do.
what do you mean? We know Ben's a little fruity.
Well, of course he's fucking Asian. What do you expect?
Ben's the one that makes the jokes about that stuff too, guys. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, Ben's an asshole.
Moving forward now to our backstage segment here with Jade Cargill. What was your thoughts?
Funny, because it's setting up Athena versus Red Velvet. That's gonna be happening, I believe, on Rampage on Friday. Bro, I start dying because at the end of the segment, bro, like they were all starting to walk off. We'll get to Stokely. I know people are gonna want to hear, what we think about Stokely Hathaway, but they were starting to walk off, and Jade had to stop. Tony, cut the shit, bro. It's becoming a fucking gag, man.
I love it. I love it.
He didn't do nothing.
I love it.
Cut the shit. It was just hilarious.
Jade Cargill, I'm being like completely honest when I say this. She is really becoming one of my favorite women wrestlers in AEW.
I agree.
Like seriously, like the way that she presents herself, like her promo work, like her in-ring work's getting a little bit better.
Yep.
I've really enjoyed this. I've been really enjoying Jade Cargill a lot. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I remember her first friggin' debut and like she botched the hell out of her promos and stuff.
You know what I kind of wish, man?
She's definitely most improved wrestler.
Yeah, but you know what I kind of wish?
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's not that huge of a deal. But I feel like they could have mentioned it. They could have done something to make it make sense. The fact that since Stokely showed up, there has been no mention of Smart Mark and Jade.
Yes, I put that in my notes.
I like. Is it really that hard to have Stokely run into fucking Smart Mark backstage, and Smart Mark being like, "You better treat her good," or do something or whatever, just to have that acknowledgement?
Yes.
I don't know. What do you think about it?
I love Stokely with Cargill. I do. It's very hard. I'm trying to get used to this whole Stokely Hathaway thing because I'm so used to calling him Malcolm Bivens.
Malcolm Bivens.
But here's the thing. That's like the one thing I put in my notes here. I don't like how they split Jade and Smart Mark up with no explanation. They were together since, day one, and Smart Mark, helped her get to the TBS champion. And then next thing you know, like they just kind of just let him fade over to Tony Nese and now let her be with Stokely.
Yeah, I just wish they would have some kind of a mention.
I love the pairing,
Oh,
but you have to explain the little things. You can't just do that. And that's something I feel like AEW needs to get better with.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like, like, I know the average viewers don't really care that much, but like the hardcore viewers out there, like us, the We Are Wrestling Maniacs, we pay attention to that shit.
Make sure you guys subscribe.
Make sure to subscribe. Help support the channel.
Support small creators. Hashtag.
Yep. Hashtag support small creators. That's right.
I still don't know what hashtags really do, but hashtag support small creators.
Hashtag pay MJF.
Hashtag pay MJF. Hashtag pay us. We bring quality entertainment to the wrestling universe.
Not quantity, quality. Quality.
It's the way to do it.
Main event time. Woo-hoo. Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly for this useless fucking championship.
Useless, but this match was fucking phenomenal, man. Outside of the fact that it didn't really mean much, bro, they put on a fucking clinic. And if you,
I was happy about the match.
If people say they didn't, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah, here's the thing. I feel like this match was such a great match. Kyle O'Reilly just keeps proving why he's one of the most underrated wrestlers out there. Jon Moxley, absolutely killing it. I just, I hate the circumstances of this match because of the whole interim championship thing. I really don't understand Tony Khan's mindset with this whole interim shit. Yeah. Like, even CM Punk last week was, saying that, like, he was willing to vacate the title and work his way back.
I agree 100%, man. And, like, could you, like, if this match had more of a meaning, like, if they were actually, like say Moxley or Kyle O'Reilly or whatever were like, one of them was like the TNT champion or whatever, and this was like a championship, main event. It had actual meaning to it. And Kyle O'Reilly was 100% didn't have a match earlier in the night. Could you imagine how much harder? You have to remember, dude. Kyle O'Reilly was in the Battle Royal at the beginning of the show, and he was in there for a substantial amount of time. It's not like he was in there for like fucking 2 minutes. Like, he was in that fucking match.
Kyle O'Reilly, man, he's just the freaking workhorse, that guy.
Exactly, and he has the same kind of style as like Malachi Black and Daniel Bryan. Like, he's got like that kickboxing, striker or whatever. The dude is fucking phenomenal.
Seriously. I just think that, I don't know, I feel like, this whole interim thing, it's dumb, but this match was pretty good. I will say
I'm
that.
Let you take over this one. So William Barrett in the chat said, so what are they actually going to do when Punk comes back? Are they going to have Punk versus the interim or just give it back?
Yeah, so here's usually how the interim championship works. Barrett, I just want to know real quick too, Barrett, if you can answer this question. Are you related to Wade Barrett? Just want to know that. I'm afraid I got some bad news. Yeah, so to answer your question, usually what happens is, because this happened with the TNT championship, they did the whole interim thing. So what they're going to do is, whoever is the interim champion by the time CM Punk returns, they are going to have a match. It'll be champion versus champion. Hopefully they don't combine two world champions. Hopefully they just, keep one, the main one. And that's like how they're going to determine like, hey, who's the champion. So it's basically like a number one contender champion, which is very pointless. Like, why do they need a championship?
Very pointless. But hey, man, it gives us content to talk about. So I'm not gonna be totally harsh on it.
I hate it.
I'm not that crazy about it either.
And it's crazy because I've been like trying to read wrestling fan opinions on this whole thing. And every time I read opinions on it, I don't see any criticism over it. And it's crazy to me. I feel like I'm the only one.
Well, don't forget, Donnie, we're journalists. So
I don't care. I'm also a wrestling fan too.
I understand that, but it's actually giving us content to talk about. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and hopefully the We Are Wrestling Maniacs support the decision.
Let's hope. I don't know. So what did you think about this main event, man? Before we get out of here,
It was a great main event to close off the show.
I thought it was killer.
Yeah, so now what do you rate this episode of Dynamite? Last week, obviously, we said 10 stars.
Show definitely was not 10 stars to me, but I would say
Mm-mm.
probably an 8.5. It was good, but I feel like if there was like, I feel like the only reason that I gave it 10 stars last week was because of MJF. MJF pretty much he stole the show last week, regardless of what people want to say about it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I give it 8.5.
This one, I'm not gonna lie. It was a good show overall. It was solid. Better than Raw. But when it comes down to it, it pains me to say this. This is probably my lowest rating show so far since doing the live streams. I'm giving this week's episode a 6.
6.
I have to.
I definitely understand. I mean, you've been an AEW day
Th-
one. I haven't.
this whole interim championship thing really just makes me want to tune into fucking WWE more. Like I really don't understand it. I really hate it. And my biggest criticism this week was the ranking system got exposed.
I will say it kind of
Having Marina go for the title, like that took a lot of value away from the women's championship. I think, having the Hardys go for the tag belts next week when they only wrestled 2 tag matches together, that takes away the value of the tag belts. And having this interim championship, it's useless. The only reason why this gets 6 stars is because pretty much the All Atlantic Championship, I was very happy with that.
Yeah.
Also, the match with Pac, Buddy, I really enjoyed as well. But you see, Mox and O'Reilly, I love the match, but for me, I can't, I'm not I didn't care for it that much
I feel like that.
because it was for the interim championship.
I feel like that match is the whole reason why I gave it an 8.5 because that match was a fucking banger, regardless
It
of
was a
what they.
it was a banger, but
It would have been
what
better if they would
MJF
have
said
had.
in his promo. MJF said it in his promo best. All these guys, they do all this extra crap, and for me, I get to the point, and I don't have to do as much as the other person does to get over.
Yeah, I definitely
And
agree.
in this situation, for me, because of the circumstances, and this is not a John Moxley or Kyle O'Reilly problem. This is a Tony Khan booking problem. Why this show got a 6.
Yeah, definitely.
But hey, you can't have perfect weeks every week.
William Barrett said, "I have been thinking about how Tony has screwed himself with MJF. If it is a shoot, how are they going to bring MJF back on television?" We can
I
make a
don't even
whole
know.
episode. We can make a whole episode on that, man.
Oh, we're definitely going to. We're going to do an extras. I know Ben, he's very interested in doing one
So for those of
now
you
that he
that
has
are
some time to think about it.
unaware, every Friday we have a new episode drop. Me, Donnie,
Friday
and our
or
buddy
Saturday.
Ben, huh?
Friday or Saturday usually.
Friday or Saturday. For those of you that are just tuning in, me, Donnie, and Ben, who's our other friend, we do like a talk show slash podcast, and we pick different topics or whatever. And we make like an hour and a half show out of the topic, and we talk about it. And the episode that's coming out this week is gonna be very interesting, to say the least.
That's right. You want to announce what we're going to be talking about?
Yeah, man, we're in this week's episode of the We Are Wrestling Talk Show that'll be out either Friday or Saturday. Make sure the post notifications are on. We are
And I
going.
will say this to you guys. It will probably be Saturday because I am a day behind with editing because right now my computer is currently in the shop.
Yeah. So Saturday, we'll just say Saturday 3:00 p.m. Just to say safe bet. But we're gonna be discussing the best pro wrestling theme songs. So it's gonna be phenomenal, man. We talk about
Oh
some of our
yeah.
favorites. Obviously, we couldn't get to everything, But I hope you guys tune in, man, because it's gonna be
You
awesome.
and you get to hear like our horrible mumming and like singing too, which
Yeah,
is gonna be pretty funny.
we try to not to get copyrighted, but we let the Asian sensation, do the most of it.
I was singing a lot too throughout it. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, man.
It was fun.
But Donnie, I think we should wrap it up.
I think we should too, because
We
I
went
gotta get up in 6 hours for work.
we went an hour and a half, solid episode, solid live stream.
So, if you guys enjoyed this AEW Dynamite review, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're watching this later on, comment down below. Let us know what you guys thought about Dynamite. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Also, if you guys want to donate, with the super chat and stuff like that, feel free to. We, will really appreciate that. But the best way to support us, is watching the content and, of course, subscribing. Links down in the description below. You can go follow Danny and I on our other YouTube channels and social medias. All that is down below. But, of course, to all the thousands of We Are Wrestling Maniacs, we are taking over. Peace.